What's up everybody, my name is Martin and welcome to part 2 of the Bastogne video. So last week I uploaded the first part, and yeah, since I was there for one whole weekend, I got so much footage. God damn it, that's my cat. I got so much footage that I decided to make this into a two-part video. So if you haven't seen part 1 before, go check it out, link is in the description. And let me tell you just a little bit about part 2 before we dive into it. So yeah, in part 1 you can see that we were just in Bastogne itself, and now we decide to on day 2 we decided to make a little tour around Bastogne. So we went to see the Foy Forest, known of the Band of Brothers series. This is the forest where the 506 was stationed for a little while. Also, I am going to show you the Ardennes monument. Really amazing monument, just to walk around there and to climb up the stairs. And I'm also going to show you one or two museums from the inside, and at the end of the video I'll just have a small part about the Malmody Massacre. So without further ado, I won't keep you waiting much longer. Let's dive right into it. Enjoy the video. So this forest has been visited many times today, because right here you can still see some snow, but here it's all gone. And right here there's another foxhole, some more paths leading here. Right here there's another two, one over here. Somebody made this, let me see if I don't fall. Made this little cross with a Stars and Stripes flag on it. Right here there's another foxhole. Of course this area is known because Band of Brothers series. But it's not just this forest. All around Bastogne there were several locations where the 501st, the 502nd, the 506th, the 327th have been dug in. But this is the most famous. As you can see, right over there is a group of people standing. Right there are some people walking, here are people walking. It's just because of this weekend it's really crowded right now. Right, this one is has a little bit of water in it, but just imagine sitting here in the winter of 1944, which was one of the coldest winters I think ever recorded around this area. Sitting here in the snow, having cold feet, being miserable all the time, barely having any supplies, no good cold weather clothing. Man, for multiple days at a time, it must be really terrible. Getting bombed by German artillery all the time. Just if you're realizing that, it's just amazing, unbelievable. This is one of the little monuments created by man. Never forget 101st Airborne. Just inside this forest. And I think right over there somewhere is another one. If I can find it, I will show you. So we just came from that forest across this little open field here, and now we're at the other side. And as you can see, or may not see, I'm going to try my best. Right over there is the little village of Foy. But apparently this, I'm not quite sure, but for what I've heard, this forest was stretched out just a little further. Yeah. So the range between here, this forest, and the village wasn't so big. After the war, of course, the farmers didn't really care about it, so they used the land to grow their crops on. But once again, that's for what I've heard. I need to check the facts, of course, but yeah. And once again, lots of walking around here. And right here, there's the first foxhole. Right over there, there's another one. There's a big hole right over here. 2 more over there. This is unbelievable how much there is in this forest, and it's so dense. You can't see except for some trees. You can't just look that far. Right over here in this lane, I can see till the end almost. But if I just move a little to this side, it's really dense. But here's a tree line, and here's a tree line, and here's a tree line. These were all not natural forests, so they were used. They cut the wood and they planted new trees. So that's why all of these trees are in rows. And what they also say in Band of Brothers, when they do the interviews with the veterans, you can just see quite far through the trees. So the Germans quite well did know where the Americans were, and yeah, they just bombed the hell out of it. Now there's one thing I have to mention as well. The artillery, which came from the village down there. It wasn't that the bombs exploded on the ground, but they exploded right up there in the treetops. So what happens? You get the explosion of the bomb. The bomb explodes, so you get shrapnel from the bomb itself, but also from the trees, which explode too. And earlier in this video, you could see the display in the museum with the wounded American soldier. There I mentioned he probably also has some wood shrapnel in his leg. And yeah, that's because of these trees literally exploded. Later on they probably grow back, most of them. But yeah, just imagine having to fear not just the bombs itself, but also the trees. So as the day goes by, I'm putting more and more clothes on. Just could see me wearing my gloves in the forest. Now I put my scarf on. But we have just arrived at the monument, which is right over here. And you can see some names on there, which you may recognize: Hublers, Webb, Merck, Bengala, all known from Band of Brothers. But yeah, it's amazing. C506 Parachute Infantry Regiment, Easy Company. Really wonderful. and it's just right over there down the road. So today's another day. It's Sunday today, and we have came to a little monument dedicated to the nurses of Bastogne. And for those who have seen Band of Brothers, they know the story about Augusta and René. But there were several other women who helped the American soldiers who were injured. And I think this monument was placed here recently, because I've been several times to Bastogne and I've never seen this before. And yeah, I'm gonna show you a little bit around here. So right there you have Augusta and René Lemaire. Here are some photos. And right here, there's the actual monument itself. See some flowers on the ground there. Here's the story of Augusta Chewy. And right here of René Lemaire. What's very interesting about these boards, it's made of wood, but they burnt it a little bit from the outside. Which gives it a very special effect. Right here there are some, this makes a red cross, as you can see. It's a really interesting place. Very nice that they also put up a monument for the nurses of Bastogne. All right, right now we're going to Mardeson. It's right there up the hill. And I'm gonna show you around a little bit over there. So let's go. So right on top of the monument, they put all the names of the states. So there's New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota. And in there we can see Alaska. Also saw Hawaii over there. Over there South Dakota. It's really interesting. And they also put most of the divisions on the side here. So here's the armored divisions, 5th till 9th. There you have 10th, 11th armored division, 17th Airborne, 82nd, 101st Airborne, and it's going all around here. So as I was staying the rest of the states here, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, right here's Virginia, Washington. And this is really an amazing place. Right over, I'm not sure, right over there or right behind this pillar. Oh yeah. Right over there is Bastogne village. This place is just huge. It's really cool. Right over there, there's a museum. We're not gonna visit that today because we've been there several times and it's not that very special, so we're gonna spend our entrance money on museums that are more interesting. So, as I was saying, here are some other 1st Army, 3rd Army, 3rd Corps. Really amazing. And it's quite tall as well. Very nice. I said I wasn't going up the stairs, but I decided to do so. Man, my condition is bad. Oh, nice. Right over here on this point, they made a little map. Right there you can see Bastogne. Right there, Foy, the 506 3rd Division, 3rd Battalion. And somewhere over there, there will be the village of Foy. Yeah, it's just not the best view today because of the fog. But still, it's quite cool to be up here. And once again, little town of Bastogne. And this is just pointing in the direction where the other places around here are. It would be the 502nd going into that direction. Feliz going over there. So yeah, this is quite cool. Literally. And right behind the stairs here, there's this one. I skipped that one and that one over there. And right here, you can see the 501st, which are stationed somewhere in that direction. Today we're going also to Malmody, right over here. And gonna take a look at some museums over there. Right now I'm going back down the stairs. Gonna visit the museum shop, see if they have something interesting over there, and then we continue our journey. Let's go. So as often happens, I come across just by accident places which played a role in the Second World War. And we were just driving from Ardennes to Mamadi when we came across this building right here across the street. And this turns out to be the headquarters of General McGavin of the 82nd Airborne. As you can see right here. And he was stationed here for just 2 days. The 22nd to the 24th of December 1944. But man, he must have been living here like a king for the time that he has been here. Just look how amazing this place is. Nice little courtyard. There it says private, so I won't go too far. Wow, this place is absolutely beautiful. Very cool. So let me show you a little bit from the plaquette here again. General James McGavin. Really cool. We just arrived in La Glace. We're doing a little trip around some interesting places. Yesterday we stayed in Bastogne, and now we're, like I said, in La Glace. Afterwards we're going to Malmody. And right here in La Glace you have this huge tank. Check this out. This is a Tiger 2, Tiger 2, also known as the Königstiger. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you a little bit around. This thing is immense. Right here, that will be the back armor. Some bullet impact holes here. Barely did anything. I am like 1.83 meters and I'm only reaching this part here. And they still have the turret here on top. So this thing is massive. Right here you can see the how thick the armor is. A massive 88mm cannon on the front. Let me see. Yeah, here again you can see how thick this is. Some impact on the front here. On 3 places, right there, there and there. This seems to be another bullet hole. But Jesus Christ, these things were massive. Right here, check this out. Yeah, well, it must be at least 10 centimeters. And you can see here how it's welded. This is like a jigsaw piece. And with fall into each other, then they welded it. Man, really cool. I've seen one driving once in Overloon during melee tracks, but I wasn't able to get too up close. But standing next to it, it is absolutely amazing. So right now we have entered the museum, which is next to the Tiger tank outside. Show you around a little bit. Right here we made some diorama of the environment, I think. You can see some tanks driving there, some here through the village. Very cool. This photo is from the Tiger tanks, which is standing outside. Amazing. Right here you have a tailpiece of a German plane with the swastika on the back. Right over here they have a mannequin dressed up as a paratrooper. German Fallschirmjäger wearing the Knochenzakken, which is the jacket. And if you didn't know, the parachute helmets were just a German Stahlhelm or steel helmet, but they trimmed off the rim. Amazing. Alright, here you have Some stuff used by the Germans. And right over here you have some uniforms. M41 jacket, right here, right over there, here is a tanker jacket. With the 3rd Armored Division patch on the sleeve. Ike jacket of the 82nd, of a paratrooper of the 82nd. Right here is a SS jacket in .44 camouflage. Overcoat. There is another German SS soldier wearing the .44 uniform. Right here, some other stuff used by the Germans again. And just like in the mess museum where we were, they have here a little section with stuff that they took out of the ground. Right here is a dashboard of a car, as it seems. It might be from a Willys Jeep, since it's American. And down here, piles of grenades, field bottles, mess tins, toothbrushes, razor blades, bayonets, mortar rounds, you name it, whatever, man. This is so much stuff. Man, that's... And on this side as well. Up here. Amazing. It's like peel like a banana, more around. So of course I can't show you the entire museum because you have to come here by yourself and take the tour. But I want to show you this little display here as well. Nicely made. There's a KIA German, and his friend is taking care of him. Probably hit by some grenade from this 82nd dude. But it's so cool that they take the time in museums to make these kinds of displays. So we have arrived in Malmody, and this place is famous for the Mamadi Massacre that took place on in December 1944. And right here, next to the museum where we are right now, the Mamadi Massacre took place. And the story is that 84 American soldiers were killed here. Right down there, road over there, somewhere. We'll drive there later on. There is still a monument, but right now we're going to visit the museum, see what they have here. So let's go. So there is a lower part right over here, and there is an upper part right over there. First we're going to do the lower bit. Yo mate, do you know what these golden buckles were for?
Kriegsmarine.
Ah, they were Kriegsmarine. Barely saw them before. This is a private museum, so everything that they have is owned by themselves. This museum was the same owner as in Deadman's Corner in Normandy, right?
Yeah, I believe so, or at least the same builder.
It was the same builder or probably the same owner. There's a American GI checking his feet, because walking around in buckle boots all day, you can see the over boot as well. But getting wet feet in combat conditions could be fatal. You can get trench feet, then you'll get rotting toes, very nasty, and then you get gangrene and your feet will fall off, or at least your toes. Nice little displays here again. Interesting little display here from baseball equipment. Just seeing these kinds of displays, how many stuff is there? There are like 15 belts here, multiple shoes there, bags or whatever they are, multiple carrying rigs. It's just a small fraction of how many stuff that was used during the war in just one country. Just imagine how big the entire Second War must have been, having equipment for all those armies. It's just unbelievable. Nice little display here again. Awesome. Right here in this little display, my buddy just told me that this white line you can see on the helmet was a misprint. So the cloth was probably folded, or the ink was gone, and they had to put new ink on the roll to keep printing the camouflage. But this resulted in a little misprint. Really interesting. And once again, right here you can see the Normandy camouflage spray painted on what seems to be a trench tool. So you would look in here, and then it's periscope, trench periscope, so you can see over a trench. There might be a plate which gives some information, but it was spray painted over as well, I think. Not quite sure actually. This is a tiger tank, completely made out of wood. Quite a lot of detail in there. And they would spray paint everything. Here the scissors, the tool over here, the helmet right over there, which I just showed you, the periscope. Right here you have a display from a Fallschirmjäger. And these guys would stand in the craziest way in the door, and then they would jump out of the plane, like the American paratroopers did as well, because hence the name Fallschirmjäger. But yeah, as you can see on this movie here, they were just dangling on the parachute, because the American parachutes, you would hang from it would hang from your shoulders, but this parachute would hang from your back. So you were just dangling underneath it. There's your fallschirmjäger upcycle. But yeah, always kind of funny to see them. But just like the American paratroopers, these fellas were seen as some kind of elite troops. So right here there's a Walter P-38 in the cabinet at the bottom, and you can see there is a bullet hole in the holster, and it will go right in there in the trigger guard and probably hit the guy in the hip or in the leg after. So right now we are on the first floor, and right as you come up the stairs, which you can see over there, you can see the display with a German soldier walking with a horse who's pulling a cart. Right here there's some American displays. And once again, here is a wounded German soldier. Made a nice little display again. And as you could see downstairs, they spray painted quite a lot. But this is all painted. Boxes, helmets, gas mask canisters, even the ammunition pouches. So as I was saying, right over there is the actual place of the Malmody Massacre, and right over here there is a monument. A little flower on a stone, and on this wall are the names of the American soldiers who were killed. Right here it says, "To the memory of the soldiers of the United States Army who, while prisoners of war, were massacred by Nazi troops on this spot on 17 December 1944. And right here there's a little chapel where people put flowers and candles, even some pictures. I'm just gotta keep a moment of silence here to remember those who were killed in cold blood by the Nazis during the Second World War. So that was it for part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I've had an amazing weekend together with my friend. Once again, I want to say his name because of safety reasons. He's doing something quite important for work, so that's why you can see me talking sometimes to him, but I didn't put him on screen. I have a lot more cool content to come in the future. I am currently working on several videos. Also, I will be going on a reenactment event next weekend, or this weekend. Actually, while this video is coming out, I am on the reenactment weekend. Awesome. Well, there's a video coming from as well. I have some other plans planned, which I am going to record in a little while. So lots of more content to come. Once again, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.